Yes, the question is, on National Census Day, will Tottenham Hotspur and this group of players stand up and be counted? Because as far as Jose Mourinho is concerned, he is wanting a change of mentality, because it's been a poor week for Spurs, their season unravelling. Although you wouldn't know it with Jose Mourinho, he's just been hugging a warm embrace with John Terry, of course, who is his linchpin of his success, or one of his linchpins of his success at Stamford Bridge during his time with Chelsea. But these Tottenham players have got to deliver. They've gone through the two teams for you already, but it's a big week for them, Mark, isn't it? And at the minute they haven't delivered, and now that he's got to see a reaction, because he hasn't had it against Arsenal or indeed in Zagreb.
Yeah, and you can't get too big a games, can you? Obviously, certainly the Arsenal defeat was, and it was kind of a non-performance, you know. So no, I mean, I would have a little guess at this starting 11 for Tottenham haven't started together before, so it will be very, very interesting to see. Can I just say something?
You can.
Right, and I love being in the games and everything, and listening to the music. Does this fella not realise upstairs there that there's nobody in the stadium? There's not 50 flaming thousand. There's nobody. I can't hear myself think.
I know. And because it's so amplified, and all of a sudden we'll just go down to silence in a minute, and we're talking to make ourselves heard, and then I guarantee when the music stops, Dean Smith, John Terry and Craig Shakespeare, who are just to our right, I'll be talking so loud because I feel I've got to exaggerate the voice. All of a sudden they'll turn around and go, why is that guy shouting? In fact, I stopped just at the right time. So all of a sudden we do go to silence inside Villa Park for what will be the fourth commentary of the day on 5 Live. We started Celtic against Rangers, we've had West Ham Arsenal, Leicester City and Manchester United, as Mike Dean, the referee, marches out into the centre circle. And no room for racism. The campaign continues, and in fact today is the International Day for the elimination of racial discrimination, and the aim is to stop people being discriminated against because of their race. So everybody taking the knee here at Villa Park, and we're back on our feet, everybody, and the game is about to get underway.
The game was about to start with a podium on the left wing here. They'd all suddenly forgotten, the guy who's in charge had forgotten to bring it in.
Well, that was the podium, in fact, is all about no room for racism.
Well, absolutely, and it could get in Tottenham's team, the podium, at the moment.
We're underway with Aston Villa playing from left to right as we look in their claret and sky blue shirts and white shorts, attacking the Holt end of the ground. I'm sure for so many of you who know this famous stadium, and I completely agree with you, Mark. I mean, it is just a fabulous arena, and it reeks of being in the top flight, and I wholeheartedly agree that the Premier League is better for having Aston Villa and Villa Park in the top flight of English football.
And they should still have semi-finals here as well.
I agree with you on that too. So Spurs in their white shirts and navy shorts are therefore playing from right to left as we look. We've run through the two teams already for you in the build-up to the game with Steve. And the other thing is, with West Ham throwing away that lead against Arsenal, Arsenal in fact have done Tottenham a favour, because they have the incentive with this game in hand. They're 4 points behind West Ham United to try and close the gap as they look to try and put pressure on Chelsea for a place in the top 4. So that's the incentive for Tottenham Hotspur, as there'll be an early free kick, and Hugo Lloris in bright orange goalkeeping outfit takes it, aimed towards Harry Kane, and then out towards that far side where Target will play it back, and Mings really does put his foot through that and drives it away downfield. And then the ball is with McGinn, who on the volley. Matty Cash back in the side. He's been a good signing for them, hasn't he, Mark? Cash.
I'll tell you what, he's one of the many English right backs that don't get anywhere near the squad.
Yeah, he was signed from Nottingham Forest for £14 million. He's had an excellent season, and he's one of the two changes replacing El Mohammadi, as Højbjerg missed his leadership qualities in midweek. But Lloris certainly didn't hold back when he hinted at divisions within the dressing room. He said it was a disgrace, lack of basics, lack of fundamentals, and he says you've got to trust the togetherness of the team, and we didn't have that trust today. So let's see what Spurs can do in terms of a reaction, as it was Rodon, one of the four changes from that North London derby defeat last weekend, who comes across and puts it out of play for a throw to Aston Villa on this near side, the right. Cash has it, has some support with him on the outside, and the ball eventually goes out of play, and that was off Morgan Sanson, the Frenchman, signed from Marseille, making only his second Premier League start. As Cash once again gets it back, aimed to get it back from Douglas Luiz. They've lost the ball. Kane now for Tottenham Hotspur, tries to spread play and succeeds out towards that far side. Tanganga just stops short of the halfway line and back with Sanchez, and now to Joe Rodon, the Welsh international, tall, short, fair hair, 6'4". Sanchez back to Hugo Lloris. Rodon once again. Reguilon on this near side, the left. At the minute, it seems that Aston Villa are just dropping off and allowing Spurs to have the ball in that area of the field.
They are indeed, and also just looking that Vinicius is furthermost player for Tottenham at the moment, and Harry Kane looks like he's going to play off him.
Vinicius, who's yet to score in the Premier League. In fact, this is only his second start in the top flight. His other 6 appearances have all been as a substitute for the Brazilian forward. It's Højbjerg rolls it out, and Sanchez joins the attack over the halfway line, short and forward. Gets it back from Lo Celso, back in the side after he returned from injury in Zagreb. Harry Kane picking up the ball, and Harry Kane shoots. As soon as he got that ball from out underneath his foot, he only had one thing on his mind: to shoot right-footed. Trezeguet now trying to release Watkins, who was just drifting away towards that left-hand side. Spurs have got the ball back. Here is Lo Celso gliding forward, dinks it forward to Lucas, able to turn. Reguilon joins the attack, back then towards Lo Celso, feeds it out towards the left-hand side. Attacking the north stand of the ground at Villa Park, off his right foot, in-swinging cross from the left-hand side, headed out by Konsa. Spurs at the minute are picking up the loose balls. Villa have everybody back in and around their own penalty area. 5 minutes played on 5 Live. And Ndombele, Harry Kane, dropping deep, drills a diagonal ball towards Vinicius. McGinn now will try and lift one over the top towards Watkins. Rodon quickly in position. However, Watkins on the ground did ever so well to lift it into the path of Sanson, and Mike Dean will give a free kick to Aston Villa.
Yeah, look for a minute as though Villa were just on the breakaway. I could see that Harry Kane's pass, he's trying to set Spurs player on his right-hand side away in lots of space, and just completely mishit it, and all it did was set Villa on the attack.
They have an excellent record here at Villa Park to Tottenham Hotspur. They actually have a very good record against Villa, full stop. They've won 11 of their last 12 games since 2012. The exception was an Aston Villa victory thanks to a Christian Benteke goal at White Hart Lane 6 years ago. So Spurs will certainly hope that can continue here this evening. It's been a lovely afternoon in the Midlands, but I can just feel a slight chill in the air. No cloud cover, of course, with the sun shining for the majority of the afternoon since arriving at Villa Park, as Aston Villa have a free kick almost midway through the Tottenham Hotspur half, about 10 yards in from the left touch line, and it's going to be Targett who's going to take it, so he'll look to wrap his left foot around it. They've got a two-man wall of Tottenham. I think that's probably to protect the near post for Hugo Lloris, just away to his right-hand side. Douglas Luiz walks away now. The right arm is aloft of Target. In it comes now, aimed towards Mings, who is making the run, headed up rather than away. Out it goes towards the far side, and Target will get there, and he'll let it go out of play for a throw, which he wants to take quickly, but he has to wait. 7 minutes played on BBC Radio 5, 0-0.
It was actually quite a high line from Tottenham's point of view in terms of defending the free kick. Fortunately, they were first players to head the ball away.
It's Mark Lawrenson with us here on BBC Radio 5 Live, 0-0. Nothing materialises from the throw. Lucas tries to bring it away, but Trezeguet, in his eagerness to stop the run of the Brazilian, who's hobbling actually now as a result of that, gives away a free kick that Spurs want to take, and Lucas will try and just shake that off.
If he tried to do that 20 yards further towards Aston Villa's goal, he would have been booked.
Yeah, Mike Dean didn't even have a word, I don't think, with him, did he? Lloris.
Unusually for him.
Downfield, headed away by Mings, missed by Ndombele, headed on to Trezeguet. Trezeguet still battling for it, but Spurs had enough white shirts on the edge of the penalty area. Højbjerg out to Ndombele, who holds onto the ball, and then back with the Dane. Reguilon getting forward as he often does as a left back. Lucas steps forward to join the attack now. Reguilon is up with him. Lucas has found him. It's a first time cross, delivered low and turned behind by a sliding concert, and in fact it actually doesn't go out, it goes down by the corner flag but towards the tunnel area and out for a throw.
Yeah, good play from Tottenham. Kane was involved with a little touch and then a pass and everything. They got some 60-70 yards very, very quickly.
Reguilon then with the throw. Vinicius backing into the penalty area, in between his legs it goes. Konsa was tightly marking him. Mings clears for Aston Villa. Up towards Watkins, again drifting out towards the left-hand side, but he loses the ball, and Tanganga brings it forward and will win a throw for Tottenham Hotspur off the shins of Target, and it's a Tottenham throw that Lo Celso has just picked up. We've been playing for nearly 10 minutes on BBC Radio 5 Live, and it's 0-0. Not much movement on that far side, and Ndombele closed down, goes in field. Harry Kane again deep, back to Højbjerg. Kane playing it forward. Reguilon spinning, held up by Cash. Out the penalty area he goes. Little tussle between the two. Reguilon pinned in towards the corner flag and just loses out to the sheer strength of Cash. But now Villa have lost the ball. And that was Sanson. Reguilon joins the attack, tries to dig it out, might get a second chance. He does, and this time wins a corner. Good persistence from Reguilon. That was a good duel between him and Cash.
It was, but when he eventually got the ball, Harry Kane was behind him. He just got himself in a position to have one of those right-footed curlers towards the far post, but I don't think actually Reguilon heard his shout.
His ears are probably still ringing from the music from the PA announcer.
It's again.
10 minutes played, 0-0. Aston Villa and Tottenham Hotspur. Lucas is going to take this corner kick for Spurs. Aston Villa have every claret and sky blue shirt inside their own penalty area. Højbjerg is wandering to the edge of the box as it goes in towards the near post and comes off the head of Cash. It'll be a Tottenham throw.
There were only 5 Tottenham players in the 18-yard box against 10 Aston Villa defenders, so it's got to be some ball, hasn't it?
Yeah, and didn't even beat the first man as a result. Reguilon with the throw. Cash clears. Sanson doesn't get there first. Højbjerg and then Rodon all the way back to Hugo Lloris. Sanchez. Spurs seeing a lot of the ball though in these opening 11 minutes.
Yeah, and Reguilon seeing probably more than anybody else.
Back it goes from the left back who won the Europa League last year. Was impressive too, playing for Sevilla from Real Madrid. Tanganga coming forward, finds Lucas 10 yards forward of the centre circle in the Aston Villa half. Højbjerg picks out Harry Kane. Harry Kane on this left-hand side, into the penalty box it goes towards Vinicius, skied up in the air by Konsa. Harry Kane shields the ball away from Cash, heads it back, and now it'll be the bearded Sanson who didn't keep the ball in play, and it will be a Tottenham throw in, and that at the minute is a problem for Aston Villa. They can't keep the ball.
No, and I think they're a bit kind of overawed down their right-hand side here. It's just the load in the left-hand side. Tottenham, Kane's coming out, and it's really difficult for the right back because he's kind of trying to pick up all sorts of players.
Højbjerg has been such an excellent signing for Tottenham from Southampton, coming forward now over the halfway line, picks out Kane. Douglas Luiz tight behind him. Kane loses the ball. Sanson now to Watkins. They had a runner through Trezeguet, but it went behind Trezeguet, but still out to the left for Target to join the attack. McGinn's forward ball, left-hand side of the penalty area. Trezeguet with his back to goal, out to Target. In comes the cross, cleared straight away by Højbjerg and out onto the canvas of UTV on that far side, which actually is quite a good reminder for facts of the day and the old ATV studios, as from the throw Trezeguet nods it on and cleared away by Sanchez, because the ATV studios, that's where Thunderbirds made its debut, and to keep a pair of Randy Thunderbirds apart, Alan Tracy, who was Thunderbird 3, they were placed on a separate hook to be kept apart from Tintin because they were romantically involved.
How was the wife, Ian?
And if you wondered what I'm going on about, all I will say is drive at around 5:15 every Friday with Tony Livesey, because that fact of the day was supplied courtesy of Mr. Livesey. And it just came to me. I thought I was going to do a John Murray and forget to mention it in the commentary, but UTV, I just had a moment.
You can tell we're on lockdown, can't you?
14 minutes played. 0-0. BBC Radio 5 Live. Rodon to Reguilon. Lucas, sharp turn, just caught by Cash. Referee Mike Dean wanted to let it flow, realised there was no advantage to be played, and brings the free kick for Tottenham Hotspur. He's just too sharp for him.
Well, I like where they're playing him, because he's very good with the ball and at his feet. He turns really, really quickly, and he runs and commits defenders and midfield players.
Ndombele on the halfway line. Lo Celso chips it out to Harry Kane. Harry Kane has been wandering quite a lot. He's got this role where he can roam as Vinicius leads the line in behind the Brazilian. We've seen him central, we've seen him on the left, we saw him there on the right as Spurs try and win the ball back. Lucas, good footwork by Lucas, or he's continued to do excellent play, Lucas, and then the challenge comes in. The referee says he got the ball, no free kick. Douglas Luiz brings it away for Villa. The bearded Sanson. Traore, who we've hardly mentioned, on the halfway line. On this right-hand side, forward ball. Trezeguet's after it for Aston Villa. Cuts the ball back, but Reguilon will get there first before Morgan Sanson. And Lucas keeps the ball in play. He's done well, Lucas. Højbjerg early, up towards Kane. Vinicius is ahead of him. Challenge from John McGinn, catching the heels of Kane. And Kane, good to see him get to his feet. You always worry with Harry Kane. I remember Gareth Southgate saying that Kane is not the type of player to stay down, so should he stay down you'd worry, but he was quickly back on his feet.
Yeah, he was just getting his head up to look where to play the ball. I actually don't think it was a foul looking at the replays.
There was no action taken against McGinn as the quick free kick. Lucas to Vinicius, offside, flags up on that far side. He was being tightly marked by Tyrone Mings anyway, but 16 minutes played, so just over a quarter of an hour. If you're looking for a reaction, as Jose Mourinho was, and he's challenged his players to show some qualities that were missing against Arsenal and Dinamo Zagreb, would you be happy with the way that they've started?
Yeah. There's lots of endeavour. There's no great quality at the moment, but there hasn't been a shot on goal, has there? So certainly from that point of view, and defensively, after the 3 goals they conceded in midweek, he will be pleased so far.
Aston Villa on the attack. Target plays it in low, just too far ahead of Trezeguet, and it's scooped up by Hugo Lloris. When I arrived at Villa Park earlier, we were watching and we were having after our temperature was checked in one of the administration buildings here at Villa Park, we were watching the closing stages of what sounded a terrific game. West Ham 3, Arsenal 3, and you can see it for yourself on Match of the Day tonight, BBC One at 10:30. Traore coming forward, edge of the area, couple of step overs, turns, still the angle is against him as he enters that right hand side of the box, and then he loses the ball. There was almost like a commentators union meeting. There was Arlo from NBC, Rob Hawthorne from Sky, Simon Britherton from Match of the Day as Cash gets in on the act. There's a good ball played in by Traore. Cash has actually kept it alive. Back out to Sanson on this right hand side. Traore, little flick in field. Cash goes down under the challenge of Lucas inside the penalty area. Spurs bring the ball away. And it was commented on that we hope that the 6 goals that they shared at the London Stadium, that wasn't it in terms of the excitement. We hope that that would not be the case. But it was mentioned that this would probably be a dull, drab 0-0.
Yeah. Not that you were thinking about yourselves at all.
Here is Douglas Luiz forward. Scoops it to Trezeguet in the penalty area. Flag stays down. Traore tries to place it, takes a deflection. Lloris had to react quickly, and now the flag is raised because it was offside against Trezeguet. He reacted well, Lloris. He had to quick.
Yeah, very quickly, very, very quickly. And he could have got a leg injury certainly, but no, it's a brave reaction.
But it remains 0-0. 5 Live Sport. Tomorrow night, full Monday Night Club with Mark Chapman, Micah Richards, Chris Sutton and Rory Smith. But of course we're after this into the international break, and Belgium-Wales commentary on Wednesday of that World Cup qualifier, followed by England against San Marino on Thursday. The build up to that one, the big one, starts at 7, live from Wembley Stadium. Vinicius plays it back, Højbjerg, Lo Celso tried to play it early, it went behind Harry Kane. Konsa tidies up, and Martinez in goal, all in green away towards the left.
Was it San Marino where Steve McCallum came in as the England manager, made that comment after the game? You remember?
Was that not Andorra?
Oh, was it Andorra? Yeah. Very similar.
Yeah, another one of the heavyweights.
Yeah, and he came in and he said, "Gentlemen, write what you want to write, because I know you will write what you want to write." Brilliant.
Yeah, I've got a feeling that was Andorra.
Okay.
But we'll be doing our homework for the part-timers of San Marino.
How many carpenters, plumbers and decorators do you think you can get?
Quite a few, I would have thought.
And what about San Marino?
20 minutes played, it's 0-0. Aston Villa have got the free kick. It's just in from the left touchline. Spurs have every white shirt back. Trezeguet is currently unmarked on the edge of the area on this near side, the right. It's going to be an outswinger from target. It is delivered very deep. It does come to Trezeguet unmarked. Turns, plays it a little bit behind Traore. 30 yards out from goal. Hits a flat ball towards the far post. Target tries to dive in, and it's turned behind. Well, I think it was in Ndombele for a corner kick to Aston Villa, 0-0.
There was only one Aston Villa player really there in the box who gambled with his target. I couldn't see anybody else, maybe one, and 5 white-shirted Tottenham players. It was a fantastic ball.
So wandering across to that far side to take it is going to be Morgan Sanson, who I saw play for Marseille against Manchester City. Quite a versatile midfielder. Can play in a number of areas, the Frenchman. He takes the corner short on the left-hand side. He gets it back and now whips it into the box. And flag, the referee has blown his whistle as Ollie Watkins was trying to run in and have a shot on goal.
Look at Mourinho. Benno. He's just gone mad at somebody. One of his defenders, I think.
And what do you think that was about?
Because I think he just didn't pick his man up. He didn't even know. Unfortunately for Tottenham, the Aston Villa forward was given offside.
Can you hear this?
Yes, thanks.
Not doing my microphone any good, but that's a metal bar. I'm so low down here but I actually can't see Mourinho. This metal bar is obscuring my view.
All right, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you'd be used to ducking and diving under bars.
Like you say, we're in lockdown. McGinn hits the ball early. One bounce and it's through to Hugo Lloris.
Yeah, it needed to be a diagonal ball, didn't it, to at least give him a chance. I think it was Watkins up front on his own. I mean, he gets through an enormous amount of work as well, Watkins.
But he has tended to veer off towards that left-hand side.
Yeah.
He?
That's which, I think that's the way that he plays anyway, isn't it? But as I say, he covers so much ground. He must be fantastic to play with because he chased a paper bag in the park field.
Yeah. But at the minute, Traoré is on the right-hand side. You've got Douglas Luiz and McGinn in the centre. Trezeguet on the left, and it's Morgan Sanson who actually is probably playing more as a 10 in behind Watkins for Aston Villa. We're midway through the first half here at Villa Park. Sanchez almost put under pressure. They try and beat the press. Rodon forward. It's going to go straight towards Cash, who sensed that. In Aston Villa now, Cash has continued to run forward on the right-hand side, and Rodon is the one who's come across and heads it out of play for a throw, and Aston Villa seeing much more of the ball now.
Yes, without really threatening, have they? I mean, I don't think we've had a shot still over, we haven't, no, but certainly a little bit better than Tottenham.
Lucas volleys the ball clear, plenty of aerial distance, drops onto the head of Mings, heads it away, lifted back first time on the half volley by Højbjerg. Martinez comes out of his penalty area and knees it with his right leg out towards this near side for Konsa. Vinicius stands over Konsa. Konsa reacts, they square up to each other, and referee Mike Dean, I think, is just going to have to settle things down.
But what a stupid foul by Vinicius.
Don't think any action's going to be taken.
No, let's have a chat.
Just wonder as well at this stage whether VAR, Simon Hooper, would be having a little look at it as well. But he's called the two players together and he's just saying, just calm it down and cut it out. Get on with the game.
He can have a consultation, can't he, with one of them?
Free kick to Aston Villa, which Cash waits to take. Not much movement for him, so instead of playing it short, looks like he might hit it long. Little bit of movement from the run of Watkins, and that's where it's aimed as he's made the run out towards the right hand side, level with the penalty area. Sanson behind him. Cash under pressure from Højbjerg. He's being forced back towards the halfway line and up towards Watkins, falls to the floor, and the ball just trickles through to Hugo Lloris.
Yeah, the referee's going to blow his whistle, and he's obviously decided that Tottenham can play on.
Should say as well for Tottenham, Dane Scarlett and Alpha Divine, two 16-year-olds, are on the bench for Spurs, and ahead of the game, Jose Mourinho said that two bad performances, two bad results. We need fresh minds to prove to the other guys that we need that change of mentality. So there's a rather youthful look on the bench as Cash comes forward for Aston Villa. It's still 0-0. Villa playing from left to right. Cash just in from the right touch line. Sanson back to McGinn. Konsa now, right side of the centre circle, back to McGinn. Kane couldn't make the challenge, in danger of fouling the Scottish international. Villa keeping the ball, back with Konsa right of the centre circle. Both full-backs are pushed on. Tyrone Mings will play it out to the left-back Target. Drops back to the halfway line under pressure from Lo Celso, and all the way back to the Villa goalkeeper Martinez.
Awful lot of touches just to go backwards. The thing that gets to me a little bit, Ian, is you get the ball, you have a look forward. You know, that should be the first thing wherever. You look forward to play it, and then if it's not on, you can play it sideways and maybe go back. But if you watch certainly this game tonight, the number of players who've got the ball, and the first thought is, I need to get rid of it. The first thought should be, where can I play it? And if you can't actually pass it forward, then you do something else, or give it to somebody else who's in a position to maybe do so.
Just in case if you missed it, the FA Cup semi-final draw. Leicester City, conquerors of Manchester United after their 3-1 success, will play Southampton and Chelsea against Manchester City. And in fact we will be hearing from Brendan Rodgers during half-time, as Leicester City have reached their first FA Cup semi-final since 1982. As the ball goes all the way back to Martinez.
Mourinho out again, shouting at someone. He's got the hump.
We're on Mourinho watch. There you are. Back with Martinez. Slow build-up from Aston Villa, approaching the half hour. Yet to have a shot on target in this game so far for Tottenham Hotspur, looking to rebuild after two very bad results during the week. Cash hits it first time, and Rodon comes across and plays it forward to Lucas. Cash was tight behind him. Højbjerg plays it in field, and Dombele to Reguilon. Aston Villa chasing after the ball. Watkins towards Sanchez. Trezeguet will close down Tanganga. That seems to have changed from Aston Villa. In the early stages it was noticeable they were dropping off and having Tottenham have the ball in that first third of the field, and now they're pressing it.
Yeah, but I think it just depends where Tottenham have it. I think that's the thing, Deno. So, you know, if they have it on the edge of their own area, and they can always pass back to the goalkeepers, I think they just drop off. But once it comes into midfield, because you look, it's mad in midfield. It's busy as anything. It's like the M6 just up the road, where there's so much traffic, and it's so difficult.
Ball over the top, Vinicius giving chase. Martinez gets there first, but it goes straight towards Lucas. Harry Kane now back towards Lucas. Lucas towards the far post, and it's tapped in by Vinicius. And Vinicius has scored his first goal in the Premier League as Tottenham Hotspur lead just before the half hour. Aston Villa 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1.
Well, by far and away the outstanding move of the game. In fact, we'd probably argue that it's the only move in terms of passing and running, and in the end Spurs got plenty of forwards into Aston Villa's penalty area, and it was just an extremely well worked goal.
You got the impression that Martinez, who didn't make a full-blooded clearance, they'd never really settled, and Aston Villa from that moment were always exposed as a defensive unit.
Do you know what I think, Ian? What it is because all the goalkeepers now are told, get it down and pass it, and I mean it's just in front of us. If anything, you know, if there's any danger, you stick it in the stand where we're sat. But it's in all the heads of goalkeepers now. We see it all the time. You've got to play out from the back, you've got to pass it, you've got to do this. Sometimes you've just got to get rid of it.
And in fact, there wasn't just Vinicius with what was as a tap in. It was Lo Celso also running in. So had Vinicius inexplicably missed it, then Lo Celso would have had that easy opportunity. As credit Lucas and Harry Kane involved in the build-up. They just carved the Aston Villa defence. But again, as I just took underneath the bar, I noticed that Mourinho was once more out, clapping his hands and looking very, very animated, and giving his defence a little bit of a G-up.
Yeah, well, it was a classic kind of left-footed ball just down the line, really for Vinicius to fight for originally, and that's where the goalkeeper came out and caused the error. But at least it turned Aston Villa round at the back.
Yeah. But an avoidable goal for Aston Villa, like as Mark Lawrenson says. If Martinez just puts the ball straight out, safety first, then that goal is not conceded. But Spurs did very, very well. Cash, right-hand side of the penalty area, strikes the body of Rodon, and behind it goes for a corner kick as Aston Villa look for an instant reply.
And if they're going to get in anywhere, it's down their right-hand side, Spurs left, because there seems to be a bit of there's three Villa players trying to get down there and only two Tottenham players up against them at the moment.
I didn't actually see the goal celebration, but Rob Nothman, the suntan Rob Nothman, fresh from 4 days at Cheltenham, says his goal celebration was so intense he slapped the post, albeit from 2 yards out.
Was his last goal against Marine?
I will tell you, that was where he got the hat-trick, wasn't it? Just watching this corner kick, didn't beat the first man from Traore, back towards Lucas. By the way, it's not This Is Your Life, I'm just digging out the red book just to to make sure.
I'd be more rude if this is your wife.
No, he actually scored against Wolfsberger in February. In fact, he scored in both legs against Wolfsberger since that hat trick. But it's his first in the Premier League, and he was clearly elated. Although his hand is a little bit like our ears from earlier on, ringing. 13 minutes to go to half-time. 1-0 to Tottenham Hotspur. Lloris takes it downfield. Headed on by Vinicius. Headed down by Mings for Aston Villa. Hook clear by Cash. Trezeguet out to the left. Finds target. Referee Mike Dean has played the advantage. I think there was a little bit of a foul on Watkins in the build-up. Now he gives a free kick as Tanganga has fouled Trezeguet on that far side, so Aston Villa have a free kick about 10 yards in as Aston Villa play from left to right, trailing by a goal to nil.
Yeah, Tanganga just fobbed him off. They were kind of pushing and pulling, and in the end the last action that the referee saw was the Tottenham player just fending off the Villa player. Spurs are arguing, but it's too late.
Yeah, the free kick has been awarded. Spurs have got every white shirt back. Mike Dean making sure that this free kick is going to be taken exactly where he wants it to be. Still the protests continue from Tottenham.
That's the other thing, Ian, as well. Have you noticed how free kicks seem to take so much longer to be taken nowadays? It's amazing.
Well, this one's certainly taken a long time. Again, a two-man wall for Spurs to protect that near post for Hugo Lloris. Target once again is going to take it. So it'll be left-footed. Again, this should arc its way into the penalty area away from goal in front of that Holt end. Indeed it does, and it comes off the head of Lucas and drops over and out for a corner kick to Aston Villa, who trail by a goal to nil.
He's been Tottenham's best player so far, Lucas Moura.
5-year deal last August for the Brazilian. Not much urgency for Sanson to trot across to this near side to take the corner kick. Again, it looks like it's going to be another out-swinging corner. In fact, they roll it short. Traore. Sanson then runs behind him. Traore will deliver the cross. Cleared by Vinicius inside his own penalty area. Up in the air it goes. Højbjerg clatters that ball downfield. Lucas tries to bring it under control. Runs away off his foot. Traore picks it up. But Ndombele running back has caught Traore. And Spurs work the ball out towards their right back, Tanganga. Traore is now on his feet. Spurs lead by a goal to nil, with the only shot that either side has really mustered on target so far, and we're approaching 10 minutes to the break. But it will be a valuable 3 points for what has been a miserable week. Good footwork by Ndombele. Up towards Vinicius. I think that duel between he and Konsa is continuing. He stayed down after being caught by Konsa. And Sanchez at the other end takes no chances. He puts that ball well out of play, and out it goes for a throw, which is already taken by Target on the left to Mings. Mings forward. Aston Villa without a win in 3. They've picked up just 2 points out of a possible 9 of late. Spurs, Lo Celso, diagonal run, edge of the centre circle of his own half. Reguilon now forward, motors, as he often does, left-hand side, into the penalty area. Vinicius with a first-time shot, blocked by Konsa. Traore plays it short. Sanson gets there first and finds the feet of Watkins. Drops inside his own half. Trezeguet's taken a tumble off the ball in the centre circle as Traore speds the play out towards Target. Back inside now to Watkins, looking to get onto the score sheet to round off what would be an excellent week for Ollie Watkins with that first call-up to Gareth Southgate's England squad with 9 minutes to go to half-time. Douglas Luiz, but playing in front of Tottenham, back towards Mings. Again, the full-backs pushed on, 2 centre-backs. Now, Konsa finds Cash. Douglas Luiz hits it first time. Watkins making that run from in to out, right-hand side of the penalty area. Gets there, takes Road on with him. Back towards Cash. First-time cross into the box. Stopped by Reguilon. And Reguilon plays it up towards Lucas. Lucas can't keep the ball in play. 1-0 Tottenham. Cash. Back to Tyrone Mings. Target. Dean Smith is just wandering down those yellow steps here he stands on the gangway just away towards our right hand side, and he's going to just come into that technical area now is Dean Smith. So he's clearly not happy with something.
No, I mean, the best pass of the game led to the goal, and the most forward pass of the game led to the goal. And Villa have been a bit guilty of being safety first. Everybody has a little touch, and it's quite easy on the eye. But honestly, it doesn't take you anywhere.
Well, since Villa returned to the top flight, they've won only one of 7 Premier League games without Jack Grealish, as Reguilon makes a run from the left and he's just fouled McGinn, and the referee will give that free kick. And they've only scored 5 in those 7 games. Yeah. It's quite clear they're missing his presence, his creativity.
Well, his creativity is brilliant, because he's, when you watch him, his first touch is so good, the ball's at his feet, and he's got a split second to have a look then where he's going to pass it.
Trezeguet making the run left-hand side, Tanganga with him, he delivers the cross, headed away by Sanchez, still in the penalty area, good defending by Reguilon, heads it back to Hugo Lloris, and Tottenham have it in the hands of their very experienced goalkeeper, the French international.
Ian, when that ball came in, 1-0 down at home just before half-time, one Aston Villa player in the opposing penalty area.
Which says everything. Here is Lucas. Doesn't get the better of Douglas Luiz. Inside to McGinn. McGinn's forward ball along the ground. Got the ball.
Great tackle.
Very good challenge. Just getting there before Trezeguet. They were looking for a free kick, but that was a well-read challenge by Joe Rodon. 6 minutes to go to the break. Spurs lead by a goal to 0. Sanchez, forward ball, and Ndombele, Højbjerg. Almost passing it in a shape of a square there, the Spurs quartet. Tanganga.
I think it was a rhombus.
Here is Ndombele for Tottenham. Harry Kane. Up towards the halfway line, fouled, free kick. Free kick to Spurs.
Yeah, well, Tottenham just want to go in 1-0 up, don't they? Don't do anything stupid. What, about 6 minutes roughly?
Yep. 6 minutes to the break, and Vinicius, the one goal is the difference between the two sides. Scored just before the half hour. Højbjerg is going to leave it for Davison Sanchez to take.
Even the centre backs don't come up, look.
Both he and Rodon stay back. Everybody's just drifted across to this near side of the field of play as it goes over the head of Harry Kane, and Cash clears high, drifting out of play and out for a throw that in fact Jose Mourinho will roll back to Reguilon. Reguilon with the throw for Tottenham. Vinicius backing into Konsa. Vinicius, the goal scorer. Shows too much of it to Cash. And Cash now holds off Vinicius. Konsa with a clearance, strikes the back of the Brazilian, and it rebounds out of play for a throw. 4.5 minutes to go to half time. What would you want to see Aston Villa do then at this stage, Mark?
Little bit more width and definitely more forward passes. Definitely. I mean, Watkins just tears around all the time, and he does it brilliantly. The other thing as well, sometimes you've got to stand still to get the ball played into you, but there's basically nobody up with him. I mean, when they play well, this system looks like it's 4-3-3, but we've hardly really seen that tonight. And Tottenham defensively have been extremely comfortable. Well, the goalkeeper's not made a save.
No, he hasn't.
I think that tells you all you need to know.
Aston Villa need to step it up. As it is, they're stepping back because they've got to defend this corner kick for Tottenham Hotspur. Just over 3 minutes to go to half time. Spurs lead by a goal to 0. In front of the North Stand. Lucas to take the corner kick, right footed. Harry Kane's downward header and headed behind by Watkins. He probably got too much over it.
Yeah, he probably got too much leverage on it as well, didn't he? And he probably thought, was it really going to come to him? But it was awkward as well. He was trying to kind of lean over the player in front of him.
He got plenty of height off that downward header, so much so that Watkins had to back header the ball behind for another corner kick after waiting an age for it to eventually drop. A successive corner, Lucas to take it. Martinez manages to get something on it, missed though by Traore, and it's lifted back goalwards by Ndombele. It was like a sliced volley right-footed, and as it was drifting onto the roof of the net, over the crossbar and out for a goal kick.
You see some of the goalkeepers kick it like that, don't you?
Yeah, a lot of spin on the ball, but Martinez, as they play out from the back with that goal kick, was safely back, and the danger was averted for Aston Villa, who still trail by a goal to nil. But at least we've had the one goal, which was more than many of the commentators' union in that car park meeting thought that might be possible. As McGinn, looking for the run of Watkins, over the top, but rode on again. Safety first, puts it out of play for a throw to Aston Villa.
But that's all right, Ian, that's good. You know, because McGinn's passed it some 40 yards, he's got a throw in, they're not far away from Tottenham's penalty area.
From the throw, looking towards Watkins, again Rodon was there to clear. Lucas now coming forward and running away by Cash, runs into Douglas Luiz, onto his knees but back to his feet. Harry Kane helping him out. Harry Kane was fouled. Free kick to Tottenham.
Yeah, great play by both Lucas and Harry Kane, surrounded by 3-4 Aston Villa players, and managed to get themselves a free kick.
So we're about 90 seconds away from half time, with Tottenham Hotspur leading by a goal to nil, as it is going to be Reguilon to take it. And this is going to go in one direction, and that's hoisted high out towards Lo Celso, but Target gets there first and guides it back towards his goalkeeper Martinez, who has done well since he was signed from Arsenal. 14 clean sheets in the Premier League. He's unable to add to that this evening, but he's still been an excellent signing.
No, he has, but his mistake very much contributed to the goal.
Yeah, the only goal of this first half so far on BBC Radio 5 Live.
Did you see that picture in the stand? Was that Jack Grealish, I presume?
Yes, it was. Yeah, in a
all in white,
very snazzy tracksuit.
All in white.
Yeah.
Something from my station, Zebra.
And a beanie hat as well.
He obviously didn't want to be seen, did he?
I think it's the second time that he's been picked out by the TV director. We're about to find out how much added on time there will be here at Villa Park, with Spurs leading by a goal to nil. Douglas Luiz back to Mings. Mings clears left-footed. Good challenge by Tanganga. There's a good leap there in the air. The additional 60 seconds, which we're now into here at Villa Park on BBC Radio 5 Live, and a foul on Ndombele, and that will be a free kick to Tottenham Hotspur.
I think Dean Smith is very proactive, isn't he, as a manager? And I can't believe that Aston Villa will restart the match, start of the second half, without making a change or two. It's just not working at the moment.
Well, the players who you think he could maybe bring on, an El Ghazi, a Ross Barkley, they're one of two, as Jose Mourinho is already making his way. In fact, he pats Ross Barkley on the tummy there as he makes his way to the mouth of the tunnel. As soon as the fourth official put up the board for 60 seconds, Jose Mourinho is now watching the closing stages. He's already down there with his black overcoat, and in fact he'll turn and head straight towards the dressing room, because at half time, Aston Villa 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Vinicius, his first goal in the Premier League, with the only goal-mouth action, really.
Yes, the only shot on goal, and also Tottenham have been in better form, or better than certainly Villa have been in the first half, but that's not saying a particular lot. We just mentioned the fact that Dean Smith will probably try and change it. I'm pretty sure Tottenham won't, because they'll be happy to defend this 1-0, and maybe on the break and I think the outstanding player has been Lucas Moura for me. He's been everywhere, and he's tried every available opportunity to look forward and play forward. So Villa really probably going to have to sit down and take a bit of a volley from the manager and start to be more proactive in the second half.
So that Martinez scuff clearance that went straight to Lucas and Kane involved in the build-up, and it was Lucas's cross that was tapped in for Vinicius at the far post after 29 minutes, the only goal of the game. So half-time here at Villa Park. It's Aston Villa 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1, and we can now hand you over to Jeanette Quatchy. Well, the second half about to get underway. I can tell you that neither side has made a change at half-time as Tottenham Hotspur restart this contest, leading by a goal to 0. You're listening to BBC Radio 5 Live, and therefore Spurs are attacking the Holt End in their white shirts and navy shorts, with Lloris in goal, the back four of Tanganga, Sanchez, Rodon and Reguilon, the midfield of Højbjerg and Ndombele with Lo Celso, Lucas, Harry Kane and the goal scorer Carlos Vinicius. As for Aston Villa, who are defending the Holt End, they have Martinez in goal, the back four of Cash, Mings, Concert and Target, the left back, Douglas Luiz and John McGinn in the midfield, with Traore and Trezeguet right and left, and Morgan Sanson in behind Ollie Watkins, who's still looking to try and get his first goal in the Premier League now for 6.5 games.
Oh, you just missed it in, but the kind of floor of the coaching staff just had a little bit of a think tank there in front of us as what to do, I think.
So John Terry, Craig Shakespeare walking back up the steps, I don't know, about 15 short steps to the gangway in front of our commentary position, and just a fraction away towards our right, Dean Smith watching on as the cross from Sanson on the left hand side drops straight into the arms of his fellow Frenchman Hugo Lloris in a garish orange goalkeeping outfit away towards our left. So long clearance downfield, Lucas picks it up and is fouled by Douglas Luiz, who stands on the ball to prevent the quick free kick from being taken. But not a game in terms of too much quality so far, Mark Lawrenson.
No, a real lack of quality. Passing, not great. Movement, not great. Just forward thinking as well from players on the ball has been really negative.
Free kick then that Spurs will take on that left-hand side, about 10, maybe 15 yards in fact in from that left touchline. Villa with quite a high line. Reguilon drills it in low, doesn't beat to the first man, which was Douglas Luiz, who then heads it back out towards Trezeguet, comes under pressure midway through his own half, and Cash hits it early, and Sanchez is the player who brings it under control, and then it's back to Sanchez once more. Left-footed downfield, and that will go out of play. No, it won't. Cash will keep it in play, and across the back to Tyrone Mings. Dean Smith is back up in between Shakespeare and John Terry, just watching on. Cash forward, interception from Reguilon. Referee had his whistle in his mouth, but let's play continue. They fed it towards Harry Kane, and Harry Kane just goes wide, took a deflection on its way. Goal kick, good refereeing, Mike Dean.
Yeah, I think it's a corner. Did it take a deflection?
Corner, sorry, yeah, it did.
Yeah, did it? It wasn't a save, no. I thought I was just expecting the net to bulge on the right as we look.
Yeah, it was just clipped was Reguilon. In fact, he's actually still down on that far side, but referee Mike Dean played the advantage. Must have come off the leg of Tyrone Mings, who's tried to close him down.
Yes, it did. It did. Inches wide, that was.
He's got a good record, Harry Kane. 5 goals in his last 3 Premier League games against Aston Villa. Reguilon seriously hobbling, but he's back on his feet at least. But he's struggling to walk. There is the Spurs left back. Spurs have this corner kick then, leading by a goal to 0. 4 minutes into the second half on BBC Radio 5 Live. Should be an in-swinging corner. Lo Celso is going to take it. Reguilon still in a lot of pain. Right arm aloft from Lo Celso. Left-footed corner, and Martinez catches that ball inside his 6-yard area. Has to navigate a little bit of traffic to try and get to the edge of the area, but is prevented from throwing it out overarm. It's an underarm throw out to McGinn. And now it's with Sanson to target on this near side, the left. Back in field. McGinn being chased by Harry Kane, runs straight and gives it away to Ndombele. Break for Tottenham. And Ndombele gives it away. He had Vinicius ahead of him, where he could have gone left towards Lucas, and he went through the middle and passed it straight to an Aston Villa player.
He split the difference, just gave it to Villa.
Here is McGinn. Target high up the pitch on this near side, the left. Target with a teasing ball in. Lloris gets a fingertip to it, touches the ball out. Traore inside the penalty area. Traore scoops it towards the far post. Watkins with a header. Lloris is challenged in the air, but the referee Mike Dean has blown his whistle. It's a free kick to Tottenham Hotspur, who still lead by a goal to nil 5 minutes into the second half.
Yeah, a slightly iffy moment for the goalkeeper, because he came for the cross and didn't get really much on it. Then the ball got dinked in again. It just doesn't fill you with confidence. He doesn't jump high, does he, Lloris?
No. He was saved by the whistle of referee Mike Dean. But again,
he doesn't seem to have like a spring, you know.
Yes. It's his clearance downfield. Comes off the head of Douglas Luiz. Glancing touch, then volleyed clear by Tyrone Mings. Headed back by Konsa. And Ndombele loses out. This is Sanson coming forward now for Aston Villa. Tracking him though was Lo Celso. Target joins the attack. Feeds it forward. Left hand side. Sanson. Target will go on the overlap. It's going to be a first time cross hit by Target. Headed away by Tanganga. Comes off the head of Douglas Luiz, but goes back towards the halfway line, and Harry Kane tries to release it first time to Lucas. Lo Celso plays it back to Harry Kane. Harry Kane threads it through. Excellent play from Harry Kane. Lo Celso, Kane goes ahead of him. Lucas spreads out towards the left-hand side. Two-weight in the penalty area. Lucas twisting and turning, going into the box. Lucas still doing well. Tried to tee up Harry Kane, and just stepping out of defence to take it away from the England captain. Aston Villa clear, but look at Jose Mourinho, crouching, animated, shouting, gesturing. As Ndombele is down at the moment. Play continues. Spurs want the ball out of play. Bertrand runs into Reguilon, and Reguilon has a delayed reaction. Reguilon is down, Traore is down, and then Ndombele is down. We've got three players lying all on the floor at the moment here at Villa Park.
And Lucas Moura did brilliantly. Cut in from the left, went past two players, and just really poked it towards Harry Kane. Any pace on it, Harry Kane would have just passed it. Left-footed, bottom corner, but it wasn't to be.
I thought the physios would be overworked, but in fact, not one physio, despite having three players down, lying on the floor here at Villa Park, came onto the field of play. And meanwhile, Aston Villa have got this free kick. I think Reguilon his back was jarred by the falling Traore, and he hopped away. So he's a little bit in the wars at the moment. Is Reguilon? So no surprise to see Ben Davies just in front of the tunnel area, just away towards our left-hand side, warming up. 8 minutes into the second half, and it's a free kick to Aston Villa, and again another long delay for a free kick. Only now is Mike Dean marching and pacing out the 10 yards.
He doesn't stop the game, does he?
Well, I'm just wondering again if VAR, I mean, we're not privy to what goes on with VAR, but whether VAR were looking at something. I can only think that might be one of the reasons. The free kick is worked short, chipped in by Sanson towards Konsa, comes off the head of Vinicius. Got his arms on Konsa there. Mings plays it in low from this left-hand side. Goes out of play for a throw. Spurs still lead by a goal to nil. Target 10 yards up from the corner flag to take the throw for Aston Villa, who still trail. And Vinicius gets himself in front of McGinn, but there's nobody to play it to, because everybody's back for the white shirts of Tottenham. And Martinez, all in green, short sleeve goalkeeper's jersey. Then Cash hits it long. Watkins will give chase, and Rode, on the Welsh international, sees it out of play. and out for a throw on that far side. So nearly 10 minutes into the second half, and still there is not a great deal to talk about.
No, there isn't, and certainly Villa haven't changed it tactically at all, which is slightly puzzling. Unless they've decided, look, we stay as we are for 20 minutes, keep it only at 1, and then maybe last 25 minutes we have a real go at it.
Well, they have got Barkley and El Ghazi warming up in front of us here at Villa Park. Just the one goal that has been scored so far. Tottenham Hotspur with Carlos Vinicius after 29 minutes, giving Spurs the lead.
Ben Davies has just had the shout from Mourinho as well, Deno.
So Reguilon probably still struggling. As I think Højbjerg is in discussions with the bench. It's almost as if to say, we can't continue, because they know that Reguilon is, and in fact Reguilon now, as the ball was put out of play by Højbjerg, has now gone and sitting down because he can't continue. So Ben Davies is going to come on, and it's going to be a like-for-like swap. Just trying to work out whether it was the problem for the initial foul, or whether it was the secondary injury that he might have picked up when he was clattered into by Traore.
I think it's probably both, Ian. And it's cold.
Temperature is certainly falling. 10 minutes into the second half, but the beauty of tonight is that the reaction from this game will be on it'll be live into 6:06 in fact, but if you miss it, it'll be in the 5 Live Football Daily podcast. But stay tuned, because 6:06 is on its way. 080859009 and 693 with Chris Sutton and Robbie Savage, and we will bring you the reaction live into 6:06 here from Villa Park. And Ben Davies is going to be replacing Reguilon now after 56 minutes. So Ben Davies, the Welsh international, who scored his first goal, in fact, against Aston Villa just over 4 years ago, coming on, but he's in a lot of discomfort, isn't he, Reguilon?
Yeah.
Talking of podcasts, the new Match of the Day Top 10 podcast with Gary Lineker, Alan Shearer and Micah Richards is available. They're talking about their top 10 worst venues. Just in case you could have a little think about that. As Lucas collects the ball on the left-hand side back to Ndombele. Spurs still lead by a 1-0. Harry Kane forced out wide on the left-hand side, runs out of play for a goal kick. Where did you dread playing?
Oldham. It was always freezing. And they had a spell, where they had a plastic pitch.
I remember that.
Oh my goodness. And you could get 6 people in the dressing room, so the first 6 got changed and the next 6, and if you didn't get in straight away for a bath afterwards, you were bathing in cold water.
Saw some forward for Aston Villa with the cross over the head of Traore. That might be like for some of the away teams now with these COVID restrictions. I remember covering the FA Cup tie in January, Bristol Rovers against Sheffield United, as the ball is played by McGinn. Forward, Sanson hits it from the left-hand side. First time shot from Trezeguet. Half-hearted effort from Traore, cleared by Tottenham Hotspur. Villa still threatening on the edge of the area. McGinn now picks it up, comes in between 2 Spurs players, onto his right foot, goes for a low curler, easily saved by Lloris. And the Sheffield United players were getting changed before the game in one of the supporters' bars behind the goal. And then after the match, 3 at a time, they had to walk down the terrace and into a sanitised away dressing room that before that had been used by the home team, and taken in turns to get showered.
Nice.
But yeah, I remember the old plastic pitch at Boundary Park.
Well, I think when Joe Roy was there as well, they had a really good side.
Yes, they did. It was good times for Oldham in the late 80s. You'll hear what Gary Lineker, Alan and Micah Richards have got to say in that new podcast that is available tomorrow. We've got half an hour remaining. It is 1-0 to Tottenham Hotspur, and you said that he's quite a proactive manager, Dean Smith. He hasn't left it too long, has he, in this second half to make a change? And Traore just hasn't worked for him tonight. He's quite anonymous, really, and It's El Ghazi who is replacing Bertrand Traoré, who actually made 3 competitive appearances under Jose Mourinho 6 years ago when he was at Chelsea. So El Ghazi comes on to replace him.
I just think El Ghazi's rather more direct, Deno, isn't he?
Having his best scoring season of his career so far at Aston Villa. He scored 7. As McGinn, did he just catch Højbjerg there?
Yeah, I think so. He'll get up though. He'd be all right at Oldham.
He would. Yeah. And Højbjerg quickly wanting to get back involved as well. He's just one of those natural leaders that you have in the midfield. Højbjerg with 30 minutes remaining. 1-0. Forward for Villa. Rodon though gets it for Tottenham, and then Sanchez back to Lloris. Still, they're yet to have a serious opportunity. I mean, I know Lloris has just made a save, but it was a comfortable save, wasn't it?
Yes.
Very comfortable. Here is El Ghazi. Target. Sanson tries to touch it past Sanchez. Sanchez though dives in, done well, sliding to keep the ball in play. Inside, Lo Celso hits it early but gives it away to McGinn. Villa trail by a goal to 0. 5 live. El Ghazi is going to shoot. Oof. Moved in the air, got it out from underneath his feet, hit it first time right-footed. Flying Lloris probably had it covered into the side netting. Goal kick. Spurs still 1-0 up.
Yeah, until the last second, Hugo Lloris was seriously thinking about making the save, and obviously watched the way the ball was travelling, and it was always then going away from him, and obviously missing the target. But certainly a decent strike outside of the post, actually.
Was it?
But it was the outside. It wasn't, you know.
But a productive effort nevertheless from El Ghazi, certainly full of positivity since his introduction as a substitute. And in fact, Dean Smith now having a word with Ross Barkley. So the 2 players that we mentioned might be coming on. One's already on the field, and it's imminent for the arrival of Ross Barkley as well. So Dean Smith desperately trying to force a change.
Well, El Ghazi's only been on for 5 minutes, and he's causing problems for Tottenham straight away, running at people.
And it might not be that imminent, because Barkley has just actually gone down the tunnel here at Villa Park.
Might be shin pads or something, or Lo Celso just got booked.
It was Lo Celso booked, was it?
Yeah.
So preventing the free kick to be taken.
Yeah.
So Lo Celso shown a yellow card by Mike Dean. 62 minutes played. Still Tottenham leading by a goal to 0. The line of the white shirts just on the edge of that penalty area for Tottenham Hotspur. Target on this near side, the left, curls it in left-footed, headed out by Tanganga. McGinn with his back to goal, plays it back. Douglas Luiz chips it forward, and Vinicius holding off the run of Trezeguet. Out it goes for a goal kick.
Do you know what? Vinicius has done really, really well defensively. I thought it'd be a bit like a wet Wednesday, but he's been strong, and you know he's held players off in his own 18-yard box.
Well, of course, they're having to cope without Son. I mean, everybody knows about the impact of Kane and Son this season. That speaks volumes when you think 47 Premier League goals, 37 of them have either been assisted or scored by Kane or Son. But he, of course, is out with a thigh problem, and so Vinicius and Kane might just have an opportunity now to try and build up a little bit of a partnership. Means Kane is the one who's just playing behind the Brazilian.
Bergwijn's coming on in, I think.
He's going through a dreadful run at the minute, is Bergwijn. He hasn't scored since June. 37 games without a goal.
We'll be looking forward to this then.
But maybe after Vinicius breaking his duck in the Premier League, he'll fancy ending that long goal drought as well, as Spurs try to hang on for what would be 3 precious points in their pursuit of Champions League football for next season. Davies the substitute, cross is blocked, and then it's out. Cash has to dig that one out, headed in field by Trezeguet. One back though, Højbjerg linking up with Kane. Vinicius holds onto the ball, scoops it forward, stopped by a leaping Konsa, and volley cleared by Cash from just inside his penalty area. Plenty of height on that, headed away by Rodon. Two Aston Villas both go for the same ball. McGinn in that.
He's alright.
Comes off probably worse for wear. Mings is alright, but McGinn has actually stayed down at the minute. Looked like he was going to get to his feet, but he hasn't. He's still stayed down. Here is Lo Celso. Ross Barkley's going to be coming on very, very soon. Tottenham Hotspur lead by a goal to nil. Ball played back. Lucas casually infield. Højbjerg gives it away, and he looks straight down to the floor in annoyance with himself as that unforced error gives Aston Villa the throw. And now we can see the change, the Tottenham change. And Lo Celso is the player who's going to be coming off. And bearing in mind that he came on as a substitute the last 22 minutes of normal time for his first appearance since Leicester before Christmas with that hamstring injury. And although he'd have played extra time as well, he'd got to manage that situation carefully. So Bergwijn coming on for Lo Celso after 65 minutes. And Ross Barkley is going to be coming on, and it is Morgan Sanson who goes off. The French midfielder, his second Premier League start is cut short again as Ross Barkley comes on. So El Ghazi and Barkley are both on for Aston Villa. 66 minutes played. Spurs still lead by a goal to nil. When you look at the top four, and at the minute you've got Leicester City, who are obviously still celebrating the fact that they're in there for their first FA Cup semi-final today since 1982, and Brendan Rodgers has done an excellent job, bearing in mind they've had to cope with that European campaign with the Europa League for a long part of this season, as Lucas Moura can come forward, threads it out to the left-hand side. Harry Kane has his legs taken away from him, and a penalty. It was a sliding challenge by Cash, but his legs were taken away from him. Clear penalty, and Tottenham Hotspur have got an opportunity now to increase their lead.
There was no argument from the Villa players at all, Deno, none at all. The ball was going out as well. In fact, but it was very, very close to being out by the time the challenge came.
I mean, he's almost on the dead ball line.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I wonder if VAR will have a look. Well, we won't know, will we?
Well, I would imagine they'll automatically have a look at the penalty, but the fact that Kane has already picked the ball up, and as you say, Mark, there was no protest as well from any of the Aston Villa players, which was telling. So Harry Kane, who has been involved in 29 Premier League goals this season for Tottenham, has a chance, you would think, to make the game safe for Tottenham Hotspur. He's scored 5 goals in his last 3 in the Premier League against Aston Villa. It's Harry Kane from the penalty spot, and he scores. Harry Kane, right-footed, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, and Harry Kane couldn't ensure that Tottenham Hotspur end a miserable week, at least on a positive note. They increase their lead. It's 2-0.
Yeah, just a really silly tackle when you're having a bad day as an individual in your team. To make such a tackle in that situation was madness, and it's cost Aston Villa dearly, of course. And even if the goalkeeper dived the right way, he wasn't stopping it.
I'm just thinking at 5-9, he's always on the line of duty, and everybody knows who H is as far as Tottenham are concerned. Missing in action.
Yeah. He dies in the end as well, doesn't he, in the new series?
I'm just hoping that the recorder works at home.
The recorder?
Well, the device that I've got would be product placement, and we can't do that, can we? So, but yeah, I just hope that red button is probably showing is lit up in about 5 minutes' time. That and match of the day too. Tonight with Mark Chapman at 10:30. Just over 20 minutes remaining. Spurs lead 2-0.
Have you seen Your Honour on Netflix?
No.
Get on it.
I've got it. Yeah.
Fabulous. Absolutely. It's Bryan Cranston, isn't it?
Yeah. It's on my to-do list.
It'll be better than anything you've seen for ages. It's fabulous.
Yeah, we could do our own top 10 podcast of must things to watch on TV. Throw to Spurs on that far side, the left. Davis is forward. The trouble is, from an Aston Villa point of view, is that they haven't scored more than one goal in their last nine games since the end of January, and
they've not looked like scoring tonight.
No, they haven't.
So that's the immediate problem, isn't it? It's nothing to do with hard work or application or anything. It's just they just haven't had the quality tonight to open Spurs up.
Bergwijn out to Tanganga, right hand side, right corner of the area. Bergwijn's continued that run, but they go back towards Ndombele. Now with Tanganga forward, Bergwijn trying to get round the back, right hand side of the penalty area. McGinn.
He works tirelessly as well, doesn't he, McGinn?
Yeah, marshalled it out for a goal kick. 20 minutes remaining. So I was going to say to you before I started praising what the work of Leicester City, we mustn't forget John Woodkin as well, what he's achieved there with the director of football and the good signings that Leicester City have made. But they're 56 in third, Chelsea 51, West Ham 49 after throwing away that lead today in that 3-3 draw with Arsenal. So this would take Tottenham to 48 points. So there'd be 3 points behind Chelsea. Do you think they could still make it the top 4, Spurs?
No, I really don't. It's the inconsistency, and that's the problem. Only good thing is they're out of Europe. Chelsea are still in.
Yeah,
but just at the moment, the way they are, I would say no. How long's Son out for?
Well, that's what is it? It's a thigh injury, isn't it?
Oh, is it thigh? I thought it was his hammy.
So they'll hope that after the international break that he might be able to return for a run of games that have got Newcastle, Manchester United and Everton before they take on Manchester City in the League Cup final, as that was Højbjerg going in for a challenge with Target and just catching him, and it's going to be a free kick.
You'd love him in your team, Højbjerg, wouldn't you? But every challenge he just has to make, doesn't he?
I think they missed him in midweek in Zagreb. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, Danish international, £15 million in today's current market. That represents excellent value. 18 minutes remaining of normal time. Aston Villa 0, Tottenham Hotspur 2. Villa looking for a way back into the game. Barkley with the free kick, curls it in. Good header out under pressure from Ben Davis, the Welsh international left back, the substitute for Reguilon. Mings delivers the cross, drops on the edge of the area. McGinn with his back to goal tries to turn, side on, feeds it to Barkley. Left hand side of the box now for El Ghazi, tries to go on the outside of Vinicius. His low cross is swept away by Sanchez. Up in the air it goes. Barkley plays it in field. Konsa stayed in the attack. Højbjerg again was there. They've released it now to Trezeguet. Cuts inside. Trezeguet shoots. Full stretch was Lloris. Out of play it goes for a goal kick. Better from Aston Villa, but Spurs still lead 2-0.
Yeah, late but much better. And they've got numbers up there. And now they're obviously taking risks, because at 2-0 they've just got to go for it.
One wonders why they weren't so much on the front foot when it was earlier in the game. Why leave it till you're 2-0 down to get that reaction to provoke a reaction?
I don't know. I really seriously do not know. I mean, the manager will obviously have his thoughts about it.
Dean Smith, he turned 50 on Friday. He wasn't happy with the points that they dropped at Newcastle United so late on, last time out. And you look at them actually. I mean, this game should have been played in mid-January, but due to the outbreak of COVID at Villa's training ground, it was postponed. As McGinn looking for the run of El Ghazi, but Sanchez sensing that danger coming across, and Tanganga will clear. And Villa in recent games, as a tumbling Lucas is fouled by Cash, and that will be a yellow card to the Aston Villa defender. But they have lost a lot of momentum since that COVID outbreak.
Sorry, who's that?
Villa since the end of January.
Yeah.
They haven't been able to regain any sort of momentum since a couple of months ago. 16 minutes remaining.
And there's no doubt that he's such an outstanding player.
as well. And he's such an outstanding player, and it's a classic kind of thing where.
Here is Vinicius, controls the ball and lays it out towards Lucas, left-hand side, attacking the Holt end, and Ndombele trying to help out Lucas, who now plays the ball inside. Bergwijn and Ndombele, left corner of the penalty area, uses Davis as a decoy, holds onto the ball, forward, inside left channel to Bergwijn. Davis plays it in low. Aston Villa with Barkley, try and come forward, loses out to Højbjerg. Højbjerg hurriedly shuffles forward now towards Harry Kane. Harry Kane still going, and Bergwijn back to Højbjerg, and Spurs back in control once more with a quarter of an hour remaining. And applauding Jose Mourinho makes his way back into his seat in the dugout down below. He looks much more content now. He was very animated, wasn't he, in the first half?
This is his favourite score, isn't it? 2-0.
2-0. It was often the case when he was at Chelsea, certainly in his first spell, when he had Steve Clarke as his trusty sidekick. And it's one of his favourite oppositions as well, Aston Villa. He's only lost 2 of his 14 games against Villa in all competitions, Jose Mourinho. Cash up towards Watkins, who's becoming an isolated figure now for Aston Villa. And Rodon out towards Ndombele. And Davis, the left back, just slows it down. And Højbjerg. And for that brief spell where Aston Villa were just starting to warm up a little bit, Spurs seem to have seized the initiative back, Mark.
Can't get the ball, just cannot get the ball off Tottenham.
Here is Harry Kane. Run away from him by Mings. Forward ball by McGinn. Barkley turns, but Davies coming back into defence, deflected the ball back towards Rodon, and now Spurs have got it back once more. And once again Villa having problems as they suffered in the first half, where they can't retain the ball, and Spurs are almost playing at a walking pace now. 13 minutes to go in this contest. 606 is on its way with Chris Sutton and Robbie Savage. 08085 909 and 693. Sanchez clears downfield. Bergwijn is the outlet, right hand side. Bergwijn diving into the challenge with Target. Ball will run forward. McGinn stopped by Højbjerg. He makes his presence. He's so effective.
Yeah, well, he stays on his feet all the time. He doesn't dive in, and he really does make you beat you. You know, he doesn't turn his back or anything. He's preferred to get hurt in the tackle, and he's very, very difficult to play against.
Here is Højbjerg floating the ball out towards Lucas Moura. Cash quite high, closes him down, but good levels of desire by Lucas to try and win it, and he succeeded in winning it back for Tottenham. And now Davis with a cross. Target tucked in, the left back heads it away, only as far as Bergwijn. Højbjerg goes into the sliding challenge and gets the shot beaten away, comes out to Vinicius. That would have been some goal. I mean, that just epitomised everything about the tenacity of Højbjerg, but then quickly to get back onto his feet and drive in the shot that Martinez did ever so well to parry.
There's a top save, that. Low down to his right, going in by the far post. There's a top save.
Ball spread out. Bergwijn, right side, right corner of the area to find Harry Kane. Harry Kane stopped by Mings. Mings will get a second chance to eventually clear and plays it short and forward. Game's improved as a spectacle in this second half, at least.
Yes.
I know it wasn't much after what we witnessed in the first half, but
still Villa can't get out though. I know that's the problem.
When people talk about Harry Kane, and we discussed, about his future ahead of the game. I mean, you won 5 titles. Obviously, you were a European Cup winner. You had domestic success in both the League Cup and the FA Cup. When you're in that, for Harry Kane's position, he wants to win trophies. Do you believe he will ever win a trophy with Tottenham? That sustained level of success that he craves?
No.
So it's going to be crucial for Spurs to get into the top 4 for the Champions League football for Tottenham. That's where they want to be. They want to be rubbing shoulders with Europe's elite. And let's be honest, the stadium is worthy of Tottenham housing such games in Europe's elite competition. But 11 minutes remain.
Well, you look at Tottenham and defensively they've still got lots of work to do, haven't they? Looked at the way the goalkeeper's been over the last month or so, and he's looked the weak link.
Tottenham are going to be making a change. Villa have just made a change. Trezeguet has gone off, and Keenan Davis has come on. This 23-year-old who making his 8th appearance in the Premier League this season, but all of them have been as a substitute. Young lad who's struggled a lot with injuries in his career, and Moussa Sissoko is going to be coming on for Tottenham just for some fresh legs in the midfield to offer drive for the 10 minutes that remain, as Spurs still lead by 2-0. And Vinicius is fouled, but again, you've been impressed by the Brazilian tonight.
Yeah, he's done all right. Yeah, absolutely. I thought he might disappear a little bit, with it being Villa and marking really tight, but he's really fought his corner and all that, and he's got a goal. He's back on the bus saying, I scored.
His first in the Premier League, the first of the 2 goals that Tottenham have scored tonight. Sissoko coming on for Ndombele with just under 10 minutes remaining.
And did you see anything of Rangers Celtic?
No.
Lad came on for Rangers at right back, and honestly, he looked about 12. I suddenly realised how old you are. He looked 12. I'm like, who the heck?
Well, it's like the 2 young lads that Alpha Divine and Dane Scarlett, they got on the bench tonight, 2 16-year-olds for Tottenham this evening. Lucas with a free kick, curls it in. If you missed it, by the way, that was the first of 4 commentaries that we brought you on 5 Live earlier today. Celtic 1, Rangers 1, West Ham 3, Arsenal 3, and Leicester City 3, Manchester United 1. Chelsea against Sheffield United, that was on Sports Extra. Chelsea won that quarter-final by 2-0. So the semi-final draw is Leicester against Southampton and Chelsea against Manchester City. And all of the action, I'm sure, will be reflected on the Monday Night Club tomorrow from 7, a full 2 hours. As the corner comes in for Tottenham Hotspur, who lead by 2-0. Ball played back out towards Lucas from that corner, played short, right-hand side of the penalty area. Harry Kane challenged from Mings. Kane goes to ground as the ball is played back. Lucas to Højbjerg coming forward. Kane's back on his feet, but he says, don't pass the ball to me. He knows he's in an offside position, so Lucas instead runs forward. Now he picks out Bergwijn on the edge of the area. Davis on the overlap, plays it in low, and Konsa turns it behind for a corner kick.
They just cannot, Aston Villa, get out of their own half, can they? They've been completely outplayed. It's turning into a really good Tottenham performance, actually.
For what was and what has been a disappointing week for everybody concerned with Tottenham, they will end it on a high note. There will be no hangover effect going into the international break, as the corner is swung over high and headed out. Vinicius busting a gut to try and win it back, and in fact giving away a free kick in the process for that challenge on Douglas Luiz, and gets a yellow card for his efforts as well. But again, those levels of desire.
Don't mind that at all. Forwards chasing on-rushing players, absolutely.
It's what you want to see, and that quality in abundance for Tottenham Hotspur with 7 minutes remaining against a Villa side that by and large have been pretty toothless. Here is Davis in the penalty area, runs all the way through to Barkley, chance to measure himself, he shoots low, it's blocked. It's Tanganga who just blocked there and diverts the ball behind for a corner kick.
Yeah, I just felt like after his first touch it just went a little bit away from him. He had to wait until the ball settled down to hit it. That was the best opportunity in the game for Aston Villa. It was going in as well, far post.
There was another player, it might have been Davis again, who tried to get in with a block challenge. Again, those levels of desire, that fight that you want to see in that white shirt of Tottenham Hotspur, the fight that was so badly lacking in the Maximia Stadium on Thursday night. Villa from the corner, Davis gets the shooting opportunity, again blocked. The white shirts are back aplenty. Watkins, it's a rather weak effort. Lloris actually makes the save.
I can't believe Watkins shot from there.
It's gone behind for a corner. It was going to take something special. Never seemed to generate enough real power either behind his right-footed shot.
No.
Just over 5 minutes remaining, but Villa have got a corner kick. Trailing 2-0. BBC Radio 5 live here at Villa Park. Barkley with the corner in towards the near post, headed out by Lucas Moura. Bergwijn chasing after it. Target to his fellow fullback Cash. Edge of the centre circle, runs out towards Douglas Luiz, still inside his own half. The claret and sky blue shirts under pressure from Tottenham, who've now got a high line. Rodon ushers out that defence. Good to see the young Welshman only making his 10th appearance for the club, but he looks very vocal. You can see him gesturing, pointing, shouting. The ball is hit forward by Cash, and Watkins, who's been a willing runner for Villa, kicks away off the surface and out for a throw.
Yeah, but at least Villa have got themselves another 45 yards down the pitch. You know, it's Tottenham's throw, get in, mark, don't commit any fouls, and put Tottenham under a little bit of pressure, and you might just pinch the ball back.
The lines are open for 606 080 85 909 693, which is coming up very, very soon here after the conclusion of this game, as Watkins tries to get the shot away. It was a weak effort, was tamely blocked. He falls to the floor. Villa recycle the ball right hand side, missed by Højbjerg. He's got a second chance to clear his lines. He keeps the ball in play up forward. Lucas now picks it up. Bergwijn's making a run. Oh, it was again good footwork by Lucas.
Brilliant.
And he gets a foul as well, as he was just caught by Douglas Luiz. Looks full of confidence though, doesn't he?
He's played really well. He's been the game's outstanding player. And when he comes from that deeper position as well, where he's already got his first few strides in because he's quick, it's very, very difficult to play against him, because you're a standing start as a midfield player and he's at you and he's gone.
So when you think what Hugo Lloris said on Thursday about a lack of basics, a lack of fundamentals, with 3 minutes remaining, how would you assess this Tottenham Hotspur performance tonight?
I think they've been good. I think they've been very, very workmanlike. Got the goals at the right time as well. They've not been outstanding by any stretch of imagination, but they'll get out of here and just think, you know, that is a good win for us.
It will be a very important one as they look to climb the table. 3 precious points take them to within 3 of their London rivals Chelsea, who occupy that 4th position in the Premier League, just tucked in behind Leicester City, who you would think would look good for a top 4 finish with 56 points. They have that 5-point buffer between that scrap for that remaining berth. West Ham certainly missed out that opportunity today, drawing 3-3 against Arsenal. You'll be able to see all the highlights of both the Premier League and the FA Cup on Match of the Day 2 tonight from 10:30.
Who's in charge of recruitment at Leicester, Ian?
John Rudkin, the director of football.
What a good job he's doing.
They've made some excellent acquisitions. Ball from McGinn, floats over the head of Barkley. Bergwijn inside. Harry Kane coming forward, sliding challenge from Target on Moura. Spurs thought they were going to get the free kick, instead it's a throw for Aston Villa. McGinn now with 2 minutes remaining of normal time, still trailing by 2-0. Davies just steps forward at the right time in front of El Ghazi. Bergwijn now skips away from the sliding challenge of Cash, and Spurs are coming forward leading 2-0. Vinicius is ahead of him. Bergwijn, strong running, direct running. Bergwijn into the penalty area, looks to go on the outside of Konsa, but Konsa wins the ball away.
Look at Jose, look at Jose.
He's back to patrolling the area. He's very, very animated. He's just wanting his side to make sure that they don't allow Aston Villa back in for the closing stage of this game. We're going to find out very, very soon how much added on time there will be from the 4th official. But bearing in mind that they have lost 4 of their last 5 away games in the Premier League, Brighton, Manchester City, West Ham and Arsenal, as many as they had in their previous 20 on the road. This will be, and to get a clean sheet as well, this will be a good win after what has been a bad week for Tottenham Hotspur, and showing some of the qualities that maybe Jose Mourinho wanted to see from his side. So we'll find out how much stoppage time there will be, because the fourth official is poised with the electronic board just resting on his right leg. But Villa just don't look like scoring. I mean, they had a brief spell, the briefest of spells in the second half.
Yeah.
2-0 to Tottenham Hotspur on BBC Radio 5 Live. And there's going to be 4 minutes, which is going to go up now. 4 minutes of added on time, and we'll be entering that as soon as Robert Jones puts the board up. We're now into those 4 minutes. Spurs still lead 2-0. Watkins with the cross, right corner of the area. Very good claim by Hugo Lloris. 6 yards out, taking off the head of the top of the head of El Ghazi.
Even though it's simple, that's the best save he's made. He's come on another couple of occasions and looked a little bit airy-fairy about the way he's known he's about to get hit by one of the opponents, but he came out there and it was always going to be his ball.
Tottenham Hotspur leading 2-0. Tanganga chips it towards Harry Kane, runs into the path of Højbjerg, driving forward and now playing the ball out to Harry Kane, and Harry Kane slows it down. Mings goes across towards him, down towards the corner flag, and actually intelligently wins a corner off the legs of Tyrone Mings. Doing well. Very clever.
You know, a lot of strikers who given in that position then would have just run for goal and try and make it 3, and he's slowed absolutely everything down, giving all his players a breather, stroll up, take the corner, probably a short one, and that will probably be it.
His goal takes his tally to 27 for the season. You look back at his run, 24 goals last season, 24, 41, 35, 28 and 31. I mean, just what a striker. And so valuable to the Tottenham Hotspur cause.
Oh, and tonight he's worked his socks off, and really seriously just worked his socks off for the team, and that's all you can possibly ask.
Here he is again, heading it forward. I'm sure that Jose Mourinho may well be asked about the contribution of Harry Kane, and I'm pretty sure that Mourinho might use the opportunity to talk about game time for England's forthcoming World Cup qualifiers, about I hope he doesn't play all 3 games.
Well,
although to be fair to Gareth Southgate, the last set of matches, I don't think there were many I thought they were managed quite well for those 3 matches.
Does he need to play San Marino? Really?
No, I think the greater tests against Albania and Poland. Free kick floated over towards that far side. We have 60 seconds remaining of stoppage time here at Villa Park, and Tottenham Hotspur leading by 2 goals to 0. Those games, by the way, the World Cup qualifiers, we will have them for you on 5 Live. Belgium against Wales on Wednesday night, followed by England against San Marino from Wembley.
I tell you what, Tottenham have been excellent second half. Every aspect of their play has been very, very good.
Deserved 3 points for sure for Tottenham Hotspur, and ball goes out of play on that far side. 6:06 on its way. It might take some time to be retrieved as it rolls down the canvas. But they've marshalled the game very, very well, haven't they? When you think about Villa, you can't recall them being under serious pressure, Tottenham, throughout the whole game.
No, absolutely not. But they've been physical when they've needed to be. They've been technical when they've needed to be. And they've been classy as well when they've needed to be. Very good.
And it's going to be an 11th game unbeaten in their visits here to Villa Park, with an aggregate score of 19 goals to 3. They do enjoy playing Aston Villa at Villa Park, as Watkins finds the ball in field to McGinn. Villa still trail 2-0, but by my watch the 4 minutes of added on time have already been used, and once again Sanchez clears. That Tottenham line, that defensive line, continues to protect Hugo Lloris very, very well, and Tottenham Hotspur have secured 3 valuable points with a comfortable victory here, beating Aston Villa by 2-0. Vinicius with the first goal after 29 minutes. Martinez scuffed his effort. Lucas and Kane eventually carved open that Villa defence for Vinicius' tap in, his first in the Premier League, and then the Harry Kane penalty. Jose Mourinho just having a little word there with John Terry, but he'll be delighted, Mark Lawrenson.
Yes, he will be, and he wanted obviously effort, commitment after the appalling result in midweek, and he's got it from in every single department of his team tonight. Just the way they got on with it. I mean, what was it, 29 minutes before they scored the first goal, but they were resilient, they were dogged, they were organised, technically very, very good, and it was always a case, if they got that first goal, they were always going to go on and win here, and it's something that they did. So no, it will be a nice ride back to London, certainly better than one from Zagreb.
Well, after Zagreb, he said we failed at the basics of life, but judging by the way he's going across to every Tottenham player on the pitch, it's fair to say that he's very satisfied with the work rate of his players, and it keeps alive their hopes of finishing in the top 4, doesn't it?
Yes, sorry, I was just looking at Gareth Bale going, yes, absolutely. And I mean, listen, look, if they can fight like they fought tonight, and they've been very well organised, and just like the way that they played, it just took them a while to get going, which is understandable, certainly with the criticism ringing in their ears. But if they play the rest of their games with this application, get Son back, I don't know how long that will be, and Gareth Bale fit again, if we're presuming he's not 100%, they can win the majority of the games, Ian.
Well, thanks to Mark Lawrenson. We've just seen a smiling Jose Mourinho walk down the tunnel